Good afternoon. We'll call the April 1, 2024 meeting of the Greenville Board of Public Works and Safety to order at 5:30 p.m. Roll call, please, Amanda.
Mr. Rexford.
Here.
Mr. Weaver.
Here.
Mr. Coleman.
Here.
Thank you.
Minutes of our last regular meeting of March 18, 2024 have been distributed to members of the board. Any corrections, additions, or deletions for staff? Hearing none, is there a motion for approval?
So moved. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Mr. Petty, good afternoon. What you got for us first up? You got several things.
Good afternoon. I got three different items on the agenda today. Through one at a time without.
Okay,
The first one is requesting approval to purchase a 2024 Chevrolet Tahoe for general fleet. It's vehicle we paid out of the Huntington lease, and it is that about $67,301 and 25 cents.
okay, we understand it's a special exception for our purchase, so we've been provided a memo by council. Motion to make.
I move to determine that purchasing the Chevrolet Tahoe as described and presented by the Fleet Maintenance Superintendent for Hubler Automotive Group through the Sourcewell Government Procurement Purchasing Cooperative, that municipal fleet vehicles be made available for purchase at a discounted price, provides the opportunity for substantial savings in accordance with Indiana Code sections 5-22-10-5 and 5-22-10-12, to authorize the purchase of the vehicle in the amount not to exceed $67,301.25 from the Hubler Automotive Group, and to authorize Fleet Maintenance Superintendent to sign any and all documents to effectuate the purchase, with final terms and conditions for the purchase to be determined by the legal department. I would say that statement was probably written by the legal department.
Yes, Mr. Hudson.
I'll second that.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Okay.
Aye.
All right.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Todd, you're next.
Next thing on the item is first approval to purchase a 2023 Kenworth D370 dump truck with plow. This particular truck was actually already approved to order in 2022. It's just now coming to completion. By the time they got all the parts in for the body and everything else, during that time, it has been decided between myself and the deputy mayor and the controller that moved from the street department purchase to the waste management budget for 2024. So it will be, it come in, it's at a finalized total of $249,370, and we're asking for that to be approved to be paid for with the using the Huntington lease.
Well, we've been instructed by the council that we have a special motion we have to read. So I will move to determine that purchasing the Kenworth truck and Palmer snowplow bed package is described and presented by the Fleet Maintenance Superintendent for Palmer Trucks and the Sourcewell Government Procurement Purchasing Cooperative that requires road right-of-way equipment to be made available for purchase at a discounted price, provides the opportunity for substantial savings in accordance with Indiana Code 522-10-5 and 522-10-12, to authorize the purchase of the truck and plow in an amount not to exceed $249,370 from Palmer Trucks, and to authorize the Fleet Maintenance Superintendent to sign any and all documents to effectuate the purchase with final terms and conditions for the purchase to be determined by the legal department.
I couldn't have said it any better. Second.
Or faster. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
And final item is request approval of the vehicle auction list and approval to work with legal on a contract with Christie's of Indiana to sell vehicles on that list.
I'm going for approval. You got it a little easier. I'll second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Todd. Have a good evening. Chief,
Meeting board, Jamie Washell, Fire Chief. Requesting for you to authorize the board to authorize for mutual aid agreement between Indianapolis Fire Department and Greenwood Fire Department. We have a mutual aid agreement. Oddly enough, in the past, this I couldn't find a written signed copy, so it was essentially a gentleman's agreement. Sort of thing, a handshake agreement. I did feel like it was better for us to have something in writing going forward. Mutual aid essentially with Indianapolis Fire Department to provide resources for Greenwood Fire Department in case of a major incident or something that we might not be able to cover. And then the same for them.
Chief, is this something that our legal department prepared? So,
No, we reviewed it, and Sean blessed it, so
okay. Just gonna make us do a motion.
there's no script.
I move that we approve the request. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Chief, I do have a question though. Do we have, obviously we have other mutual aid agreements with some of the in-county
Yes.
departments. Did you find documentation of those?
Yes, so we do have signed copies, agreements annually with that. So I was a bit surprised we didn't have written copies.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
And you got something else for us, Chief?
yeah, so I'm asking for approval of property exchange with Needham Fire Protection District. It'll be lockers. The lockers that we had at Station 92 were just a little bit north of 20 years old. And, so we did purchase new lockers that the board approved, I believe. So we're going to have those installed. I believe the exchange agreement essentially is, but we did seek out to see if anybody else would use that property, Needham Fire Protection District expressed interest. So it's something I think that that they need and meet their needs. So I'm asking for approval.
We have a resolution 24-05, which documents what the chief was just talking about. Been distributed to members of the board. Any questions for the chief?
I move for approval. I'll second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Next, we're gonna go to Deerfield, section 1. Greg or Neil, or one of you here online or with us?
Yes, I'm here. It's Greg. How are you guys doing?
Tell us what we're doing.
Okay, we are here for Deerfield Section 1, acceptance of improvement for sanitary, acceptance of the maintenance guarantee, acceptance and execution of inspection and testing agreements, and the sanitary sewer easements, and acceptance and execution of the final plat for Deerfield 1. This was a little bit of a unique one. We have Greenwood Sanitary, some Bargersville things, Johnson County and Johnson County Highway Department. This specifically is the Greenwood Sanitary.
Mark, you have anything to add on this one?
Not modular, I would note that it is outside the city limits, but it is within our sanitary sewer district.
The only condition is returning a recorded copy to the city prior to releasing the final plat for recording.
Correct.
Okay. So motion to that effect.
So moved.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you, guys. One thing, Mark, if you're there, hey, it's Greg. So Michelle over at county requested a sanitary operational letter, so we can now go to the Johnson County Commissioners meeting, meeting the sanitary operational conditions. If you could just, if you don't mind, find some time this week and just shoot me that letter, I would appreciate it.
would have to come from our sanitation department, so if you could coordinate with Keith Meyer, I think that would be best.
Okay, is he in this week?
He is.
Okay, I'll give him a bump. Can you ask as well, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, good night, Greg. That's
Good night.
an official request, Keith. Next, we're going to talk about the RS Ford subdivision replat. Ryan Wilmering, you with us, Ryan?
Yes, good evening.
Good
Thank
evening.
you.
Tell us what we're doing.
Sure. Now, this is probably I think the third time in the last few years we've come before you all seeking approval of a plat or a replat. Each one really designed just to create a new parcel, because previously this had all been under one single tax parcel and different buildings, and for various reasons, the Racecoming Group wanted to be able to transfer these among its affiliates, whether it's to finance it or whatever. So in this latest one, which should be the last one, right now, as you see there in the top left, the request is to split what is now lot 1, which runs all the way from the top of what is shown there as lot 1 to the bottom of what is now shown as lot 2, to create two separate parcels. There's a building on what is now shown there as lot 1, a separate building in lot 2. There's access, there are utility easements, there's parking on both sites. Again, it's simply to create a separate tax parcel so that the owner, the RS Ford Realty Group, is able to convey those individual building sites to different entities if so desired.
This is recommended by staff to be an unconditional. Well, I move that we accept and execute the final replat for this project.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, Ryan.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Is there anyone from the audience who wish to address us, either here in the room or online? Hearing none, we'll move on to Mr. Hodson with his status of task.
First up is resolution 24-03. This is a resolution seeking to amend the stormwater technical standards manual.
Questions for Sam on this? We have the full revised manual with that's for the resolution. Any questions? Is there a motion to approve resolution 24-03?
So moved.
Second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Resolution 24-04. This amends resolution 24-02, and Director Taggart wants to change the special event parking rates.
Any questions for Sam? Taggart's not here.
How does this change from the other one that we approved?
It was, when we did it last time, it was set it at $40.
Oh, so now it's up to.
Now it's not to exceed $40.
Yeah, I got you.
That's consistent with the ordinance. The ordinance was up to $40 a per.
So I'll move that we approve this resolution 24-04.
Second.
Further discussion? None, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Next up, I'm seeking for you to ratify outdoor lighting agreements with Johnson County RMC and Duke Energy that have already been signed by the mayor and deputy mayor.
We have both the one with Duke and one with REMC. Well, I'll move that we approve the ratify the agreement with JCREMC.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
I move that we approve one for Duke Energy.
Second that. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Next up is a trash hauling license for Caldwell's Inc. Caldwell Inc. has submitted all the necessary forms and they're all in order.
Questions for Sam on this? Not, is there a motion for approval?
So moved. Second.
Further discussion?
Yeah, I do have a question. We used to have these come in every year, I thought. But I didn't notice that. Like for the different haulers.
Very easy question.
Yeah.
Is this a new one or?
We haven't, I don't recall.
This is a new one. This is,
Yeah,
they're out, I think, in Morristown. They want to start bidding on things around the city.
They're not necessarily exclusive.
It's just a license. So I can do it if they can.
Further questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next up is Yorktown Road and Pilgrim Road project. This is a request for approval amendment of the contract with McGath. This is the sidewalk project that Kevin Steinmetz has been managing. They found some more sidewalks that need to be replaced.
Yes. Superintendent is named Eric Cole, which is my son. Is there a motion to approve this amendment to the contract?
I would move that we approve the amendment, and this is basically increasing it by $10,745.25.
I'll second that. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Sam, is that it for you?
That's it for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mark, let's move on to you.
First item I have is the Cutzinger Road reconstruction project. We have acquired right away on 2 additional parcels. That would be parcel 22 and parcel 29. Parcel 22 is owned by Pamela F. Sartman. We'll be acquiring 0.032 acres, the amount of $12,500. Parcel 29 is owned by Ronnie D. Beasley. We'll be acquiring 0.097 acres in the amount of $10,000. We're asking that you make a motion to approve these payments and accept the permanent right of way for these parcels.
Questions for Mark on this?
I'll move for approval. Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item is also along Cutzinger Road. This is parcel 13. We were unable to come to an agreement with the property owner to acquire the necessary right of way for this parcel. We're asking that you authorize the condemnation process to be used for the acquisition of 0.133 acres on this parcel.
So moved.
Second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
And on Cutzinger Road, I've been informed we have secured 18 of the 26 parcels. We're coming close on another 2, so it's a lot of parcels, but we're getting there. The next item I have is our encroachment request docket. We have 2 requests on our docket tonight. The first one is encroachment 2024001. It's a property located at 2492 Sungold Trail. It's a fence encroachment, and we are asking that you approve. We're recommending approval of this encroachment. The second one is encroachment 2024002, which is located at 747 Disciples Way. It's an encroachment of still on the screen. It's an encroachment of a irrigation system into our drainage utility easement. We're actually recommending denial of this one, the size of the easement and the fact that there's a storm sewer in it. If we ever have to get equipment over top of it, it'll tear it up, I'll guarantee. The other concern is it's a condo association, so while the homeowner right now might be comfortable with the irrigation system, in the future, if someone moves out of there, again, you don't own the land around your condo, so we're concerned about how ownership might be affected in the future.
Are you comfortable with us doing both of these together? Or would you prefer?
It's up to you.
We'll do it separate.
Yeah, that's a good question. Do the Sungold Trail, the fence one that Parks Office is recommending sign. Motion to approve that.
So moved.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Moving to the Cypress Way irrigation system request. Staff is recommending denial of this request. Pleasure of the board.
I also recommend denial of that request.
I'll second that. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Motion passes. And Mark, so will that be clear on the docket that you're gonna hand us to sign? Okay, thanks.
Last item I have for you is a operations and maintenance manual for water quality for Elmwood Estates Section 3.
I'll move the grant the request.
Second.
If you don't, it'll be at the floor.
Yeah.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Mark. You getting by with your arm?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. Mr. Wright, good evening.
The first item that's on the agenda there is the renewal for our property and liability insurance. We sent the executive summary from the broker as well as a breakdown by insurance line as far as the changes in pricing. You'll notice a couple of the lines are having pretty big increases. The general liability is going up 46%. Big part of that is because of our budget growth, but then also we've had some claims history. The law enforcement one, that is almost exclusively driven by the claims history, same for the auto. And then the employment practices, it's the number of employees has pushed us into a higher bracket for their risk on that one. What the total comes out is approximately a 16.8% increase. This does not include the cybersecurity, which won't renew until next month, and then the firefighters accident blanket coverage, which renews in July. In the overall, we're looking at premiums totaling $823,071 for the year from April 23rd of this year through April 22nd of next year.
Questions for Greg?
So that's how much over last year?
16.8%, so almost 120K, just under 120K.
Per year?
Yeah, for the whole year, yeah. And most of them we pay on a quarterly basis. There are a couple that are annual, but quarterly for the biggest pieces.
So on the law enforcement, let's take that one since that's the largest increase. Due to accidents, right?
No, that one is, we've got some claims that are lawsuits that have been filed. So even though there's no judgments against us yet, they're holding a reserve for those lawsuits for potential liability. So that counts against us until something's adjudicated. If it goes to court and we win, the lawyer's costs still count against us. But as far as the claims numbers, basically what they've got on a couple of them that we have for some incidents, they're basically estimating the maximum statutory liability, which is $700,000 per individual. We've got one case that is 2 individuals involved, so that one's really driving the biggest piece. And then there's the shooting at the BD a couple years ago. That one is also right now being negotiated. So however that one turns out, that'll be on our claims history for the next 5 years as well.
So if we win those cases, will the rate go down?
No, because it might go down next year because we'll have less claiming our claims history, but we're going to have some just for the lawyer's fees, litigation fees that are going on. But if we don't get hit for the entire amount on the liability side, then that would come off of there for the final numbers, and next year's risk profile will be lower, so we would probably see better rates next year. It may not come down though, just depending on where the market looks like.
Well, the chief probably wants me to point out that fire department coverage even had the premium go down by 1%.
EFIS does.
Not sure what you're doing, Chief. Tell Chief Ison. Is there a motion to approve new, insurance situation?
So moved.
Say it anyway, yeah. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Greg, you had a walk.
I did email you all about a walk-on. This is for OpenGov. This was approved a couple meetings ago to re-up our contract with them, and then they were doing some work based on our server migration that we did for the accounting software. When they got in there, they ended up having to do a few more hours than anticipated on the work. So I am asking to approve the change order that they sent over for that for a maximum of 5 additional hours at $2.50 per hour.
I'll move that we approve the change order as requested. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Greg. Mr. Rustin?
I would move for approval of the claims as presented.
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Further to come before the board, we'll stand adjourned at 5:56 PM. Thank you all.